never know until you know. So I am coming in. I'm Beth, and I am here to deliver some bits of gluten-free goodness. So, a little about my journey is that I was a gluten-free girl for like 8 years, knew all things gluten-free, and then I had a bit of a break between the end of 2017 to the end of, wow, it's exactly 6 years, like practically to the day, I want to say. Huh, that's interesting. So, medically necessary to get off gluten. I'm allergic to wheat and didn't know that in those 6 years. So, I knew that I was gluten intolerant in the first 8 years that I was gluten free. But during my hiatus, that was not a thing, so to speak, although I knew that it was not my friend, really, quite frankly. And so um, I digressed. So today I'm coming in with a whole haul of gluten-free stuff. I've got more over here, and I'm gonna share it all with you because it's not easy to find. And these are products that have very minimal ingredients. Not only are they gluten-free, but they have very minimal ingredients, and they really would support most clean eating plans. So I just wanted to talk to you about it. I'm going to be a little obsessed with my hair today because I just had it done today and it's got a bit of a new shade to it, and um, I'm kind of I'm loving it. We are in preparation for Christmas Eve. Now, I am of Italian descent, and so for my whole life, we've always done Christmas Eve, the seven fishes. Well, this Christmas Eve, we're not going to do much because there's people are sick, it's a whole thing. So I had to come up with, well, what are we going to have at my house that could be um, work for my plan and also work for Christmas Eve. So the fishes that I attached here, I'm streaming on Amazon is where you can find all of these items. But I also have a YouTube crowd that's kind of watching along. So anything that I refer to, I have linked on my Amazon um, shop. So this is a brand called Jovial, and it is a gluten-free pasta. This particular one is rice. It's simply, literally made with organic brown rice, flour, and water. I mean, you can't get much cleaner than that, right? And so there's typically a dish called aglio olio, which is essentially pasta with olive oil, and then usually put some garlic cloves. I'm allergic to garlic now, so we won't be having that. Put some different types of nuts like walnuts and hazelnuts and um, sometimes macadamia nuts, maybe a pine nut. And then you put your grated cheese. I'm a Locatelli girl, and that's a Romano cheese. I'm not sure if you can get that on Amazon, but I should look that up. In any case, and you cook the pasta, you put that all together, and then you actually bake it so that it comes out a little bit crispy. And you could put sardines. These are just sardines that I had for show. I don't know if they're uh, available on Amazon, quite frankly. Um, but what I am liking a lot these days is the Geneva yellowfin tuna in olive oil. I really like it a lot. And it's easy. It has the pop tops and it's quite delicious. It's low. The only thing that it has is solid light yellowfin tuna, olive oil, and sea salt. I'm not sure how it stacks up against other sodium contents, so I can't really say anything about that, but it's a good one. And I was like, well, that can be part of my fish. And along with my capellini, you go for the smaller, a thinner spaghetti type for this dish, for the aglio olio. And that's how we do it on Christmas Eve. Um, thank you, thank you. This is a Marshall's find that I feel very festive in. So let's see, where do we start? So I'll give you a little bit about that. You want to start with the good stuff first. So on Christmas and Christmas Eve, I'm I'm gonna imbibe a little in having some treats, and the treat is gonna involve chocolate. I haven't decided what that's gonna be, but I did find, so one of the things that I'm allergic to is vanilla. Well, vanilla is in most chocolates, like this one. So I don't know if y'all know Choco Love. This is a delicious brand. It does have vanilla, but it is a gluten-free chocolate. And so these two bars, the one that's mint, peppermint, and dark chocolate. I'm a dark chocolate person. I also have a disease called lipedema, and the polyphenols that are in dark chocolate are helpful to have like a square a day. So I sometimes try to do that. And then this one is just the dark chocolate with raspberries. So delicious, but it does have some vanilla. So this is not for me, this is for my family. But since I picked it up, I wanted to show you. And I think I've got it here. Oh, and then there's another one with almonds. Oh, is the peppermint one? It's not here, maybe. Oh, I might have messed up on that. But you know what? You could, once you're in that Choco Love brand, you can just search for the one with the peppermint if you like that. And then I have this. Now bear with me because I'm learning, okay? I have the Tony's. Have you guys seen this? This is like a hunk of chocolate. This is Tony's Chocolonely. And this particular flavor is almond sea salt. And I've got that one. It has chocolate liqueur, sugar, almonds, cocoa butter, sea salt, and it does have some soy lecithin. I do like to try to be without soy lecithin, but right now vanilla is my bigger problem. And since the soy lecithin is the last ingredient, it's not as problematic. But the other one is just the straight 70% dark chocolate. And this one just has the chocolate liquor, sugar, cocoa butter, cocoa powder, and the soy lecithin. So that is pretty straightforward, clean ingredients. Don't come for me about the carbs. In total, a serving, this is six servings, and it's 12 carbs for that serving. So by way of, if you have to have a little treat on Christmas, I think this could be a good choice. Now, the other really even better for me. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for joining and watching. I appreciate it. The other is this Enjoy Life brand. Now, I don't know if y'all know about this brand, but we discovered this brand in 2010 when my son was diagnosed with all kinds of allergies. We thought it was a lot. I now have more than he did, but this is free from the top 14 allergens, which are wheat, peanuts, tree nuts, dairy, casein, soy, egg, sesame, mustard, lupin, added sulfites, fish, shellfish, and crustaceans. So I'm allergic to wheat. Dairy's not really my friend. Sesame, shellfish, and salmon, so fish, and yeah. So what was that? 6 of the top 14. And so this has unsweetened cocoa, no, unsweetened chocolate, sorry, unsweetened chocolate, sugar, cane sugar, and cocoa butter. You can't get more clean than that, I don't think. Let's see, this is the one I'm looking at. I've got like packs. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at right here. But there are also, oh, I got it turned upside down. Oh, you know what? I wanted to actually show it to you. Hold on. I just happen to have some open. So this is the dark chocolate, and the carbs on this one, the serving on this is 8 carbs, but let's see, what's the serving size? Oh, so see, look at that. You know what? This actually has less per serving size. So this is a 30-gram serving size that gives you the 12 carbs. This is a 15-gram serving size that gives you 8 carbs. So actually, this has less carbs. That's really funny. Who knew? I did not know. That's really funny. Same thing. So, sorry, I was coming to show you, and then I got away from me. So these are the dark chocolate, and they are great. And then let me put the dark chocolate one back. And then, actually, I'm just going to keep up this. Oh my God, what did I do? I think this has them all in it. This is a little pack of 3. I think the pack of 3 that I put has the semi-sweet, which I don't have. They're out of at the store. And the dark and the mega chunks. So the mega chunks, this is what they look like. And they are delicious. They are semi-sweet, so they're a little sweeter than the dark. And let's see what the carb count on those is. It's not that much, 9. So, but they are so good. They're so clean, and I can tell you honestly, I feel so different when I have that than I have if I have one that has the vanilla in it. Doing great tonight. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you so much. And on that note, oh, I gotta get another one. So, another favorite chocolate. That is this JoJo's dark chocolate, are they calling it bars? Plant-based proteins. It has pistachios, almonds, and cranberries. Now, let me show you this. I am not going to eat this because this used to be my guilty pleasure. Look at that. Look at how amazing that looks. And let me just tell you, this chocolate is incredible. Oh, I'm going to eat this cranberry that fell off. This is so delicious. And this whole serving is 12 carbs, but this particular one has vanilla in it. So this is from my old life a month or so ago. And I gotta tell you, without this, my life has changed. So that's just for my family now. But this one that I just found doesn't have any vanilla. This just has organic dark chocolate, organic unsweetened chocolate, organic cane sugar, organic cocoa butter, organic peanut butter with organic peanuts, organic hemp protein, organic peanut flour, and sea salt. So guess what? Y'all are going to be with me on my first try of this. So excited. I'm only going to take a bite though, because I'm a little scared, to be honest. Oh my God, it smells like peanuts. Woo! If you could get the whiff. Wow, I would eat the whole thing for real. Yeah, it's not a bad, it's such a clean, I mean, this is that one, this one bar is considered a serving size. So this one thing is 190 calories, which is much different than a regular, any type of bar that you would get. You know what? I'm gonna cut it. I'm just gonna cut it. Little tiny. Oh, it has like a little center. The other one is not that. The other one is just solid chocolate. Oh, thanks. This dress is nice and festive for the holidays, isn't it? Oh, yeah. This has like the vibes of a peanut butter cup. Okay. And try for one more bite. Yum. That is definite. It is a definite go-to for Christmas. Okay. I got Christmas Eve going there. I got Christmas. That's awesome. Oh my God, it's so good. So today, basically, my current nutrition plan involves like 2 eggs with a fruit for breakfast, a fruit, a vegetable, and a protein for lunch. A little handful of nuts. I think it works out to be like 10, either cashews or walnuts for a snack. And then for dinner, protein, vegetable, and a fruit. Oh, I don't think I have my fruit tonight. Well, anyway, all of this things that I'm trying is going to suffice for my fruit. So, I feel like it's the holiday weekend, so I'm taking a little liberties, right? But I was at Whole Foods shopping. I was at the hair stylist before that. I hadn't eaten anything except for the eggs early in the morning. I didn't have any water with me. And so I bought a bag of mandarin oranges. So I had one of those while I was shopping. And then that was okay. And then I didn't have anything else. And I can't buy something in the store because I'm not having dairy either. So it's not like I just go get a cheese stick or something like that. So I thought, okay, well, what can I get? And one of the things that is on the plan is pork. And you can have some fat like olive oil. And so I was like, oh, what if I get pork rinds? So I thought, hey, wait a minute. I have never done it before. So let me get the pork rinds with 2 different kinds that I have never had either of them, the Epic and the 4505. So So 4505, quite honestly, I have always avoided because they usually have the flavored ones, and all of the flavored ones have sugar. So that never made sense when I was on keto eating pork rinds, why I would have sugar in my pork rind. That was like, yeah, no. So that brand was off limits for me. But today I looked at it and it just has fried pork skin, sea salt, and it's fried in rendered pork fat. So perfect, and especially perfect for me now with it. So let me show you what these look like. These are called chicharrones fried pork rind sea salt. So this is what one looks like. It's the kind that's like airy. It gives you like what's the original, like pirate booty vibes, you know, as far as the texture goes. And it has 95 milligrams of salt, so it's not such a high salt content at all. So that's those. So these are great if you like to have like fluffy, crunchy, like that kind of thing. Like melt in your mouth. So I had like about 3 of those. Then these are epic, and they are baked pork rinds with pink Himalayan salt and sea salt. Right? So pork skin, salt, pink Himalayan sea salt, sea salt. This one has 250 milligrams of sodium, so you know that it's going to taste much different, right? It's going to be saltier. You're going to like it better just because of that, right? Well, this is more of the, like, the crunchier kind. You can hear that? This is my preferred one. It's like the ones that are, yes, I am. I'm on both YouTube and Amazon. So this looks like a little baby, like a little bassinet. These are really good for the crunch. I have these here. Let me see. So can you confirm? See, I don't think you can do more than one at a time. Okay, so I have to learn that when I do each one, I have to put it up, I guess. So are you seeing that? Nate, can you tell me, do you see that now? So I realized, you know what, during this time, I will have, like, this will just be my emergency thing that's in my car. So if I just happen to need a little something, a little energy, I'll be able to have it. Oh yeah, so it does come up. Does it stay there? Like, is it still up, Nate, or it just flashes across the screen? Oh, a dipping sauce for it. Yeah, I actually bought a avocado because I thought, well, maybe I'll bring that. It flashes across. Okay, so the other one flashed now. Okay, so it's not even like I don't just keep it. It's not staying there while I'm talking about it. Thank you. That helps me a lot to know. I bought a avocado so that I could have the, like, if I just wanted to like mash up some avocado, put a little salt on it, I could probably put some lime on it and use it as that. So I'm not sure what anybody's going to be eating on Christmas, but I'm really not going to even try to eat what everybody else is eating. I'm just going to bring my own thing. I'm going to bring a little pork fillet and a sweet potato, and I think I'm trying with this plan, I'm trying to not have the same food 2 days in a row. So we are going to have Brussels sprouts on Christmas Eve, Um, but I think I'm gonna just have Brussels sprouts on that night too, on Christmas. Okay, so let's talk about the nuts. Let's talk about nuts next. So these are, I had started with the dry roasted cashews, but now this week I switched. So I'm 1 week into my plan, and this week, and what I did was every day I got little baggies that I put 15 ounce, 15 grams of walnuts, just plain walnuts, and raw walnuts, and then 15 grams of the like dry roasted salted cashews. Well, this week I decided we're just going with organic cashews, and I so these are the ones that I use. They're very, and somebody could roast them if they want, but really the problem is that you're getting all those oils and all the salt that they're giving to you that you don't necessarily want. So if I wanted to roast these, I would put them in some olive oil, or I would just throw them in the roast, in the oven to bake them, and that would be fine. No big deal. But some people would say that you're better off having nuts just natural, not roasted at all. And then, so when I was growing up, my brother, who's considerably older than I am, bought a house here in California that had a macadamia nut tree. And we learned all about macadamia nuts because in New York, we did not get macadamia nuts. That was not a thing. That was for people who went to Hawaii and they brought back macadamia nuts. But these are the macadamia nuts that are, so I have an affinity for fresh, raw macadamia nuts. They're very hard to come by. But I found this company called Good Sam. They work with small farms, and this is just a raw, unsalted macadamia nut. So for Christmas Eve, because that's what we always did when I was visiting my brother and his family as I was growing up, they had roasted macadamia nuts, just like you have roasted chestnuts on the open fire. We had roasted macadamia nuts. Those were our hors d'oeuvres, and everybody would have 3 or 4. Macadamia nuts are very expensive, but yeah, so these are very fresh. I have to say, these are very, very fresh. I'm really very pleasantly surprised. These are a product of Kenya, actually. And then I haven't opened the Brazil nuts, but Brazil nuts are great for selenium. And selenium is one of the things that's excellent for us lipedema women. Lipedema is how I get my curves. It's the root of my curves. After opening, store in a cool, dry place, it says. Macadamia nuts, I know you can freeze. I don't know about Brazil nuts. But here is a Brazil nut. I don't know if you've ever seen them. But these are considerably bigger. And if you eat 2 to 3 of these a day, you get your full serving of selenium. See, look at this. Oh, let's see. Let's see how many is 30 grams. So it's saying it is saying if you have 30 grams, I think 30 grams is going to be way too much. if you have 30 grams, you're going to get 1,610% of your required, of your daily requirements. So that would be about 9. So nobody needs to eat 9 Brazil nuts. You probably would get quite full from 9 Brazil nuts. So 9 Brazil nuts is 190 calories. So what's 3? So I guess 3 of them would be like about 65 calories. And they're like about 1 carb. Oh, but you know what? I just had 1.5. I'm not having more than that right now. So, how much do macadamia nuts cost? Let's see. Doesn't it tell us on here? Now, Nate, can you just shop the can you shop this live as you're in here? Oh, it's $16.99 for this bag. And this bag is considered 8 servings. Macadamia nuts are also high in, a little higher in calories because they're higher in fat. So for instance, there's 21 grams of fat in the macadamia nut serving, but in the cashews, there's 12 grams of fat. And in Brazil nuts, there's 20 grams of fat in that crazy amount that they're saying is a serving size. So they're kind of similar, I guess. Well, Brazil nut has more protein. Oh, cashews have a lot of protein too. Interesting. Interesting. So on keto, it's considered, macadamia nuts are considered like gold standard because you get so much fat with it, because fat is an integral part of keto. So I think those are all the nuts I've got here. So let me put that across the screen. That one, and no, I lost it. That one. I'm supposed to take my medicine. Okay, so you can tap into there and see what I have tagged. You can see all the things that are in the live. Okay, cool. Okay, so I showed you the chocolate, all the chocolate. I showed you all the nuts. Let me talk to you about something that I just learned this week. So Bob's Red Mill is one of the brands that is known for very, very clean ingredients, very clean practices from where they are, they source anything and all of that. And so I learned the other day that one of the things that from Chris Beat Cancer, do you all know him? Chris Beat Cancer was talking about how a half a teaspoon of baking soda in an 8-ounce glass of water per day every morning on an empty stomach before you get up can be very helpful for decreasing inflammation. So that's incredible. So one of the things that the people were talking about is, yeah, but you have to make sure that you get the best sourced baking soda and not the typical brands that we see out there, and not the ones that are in the little boxes that are so inexpensive, because those are inexpensive because of the way that they process them, and you really need the high quality baking soda. And they stated that Bob's Red Mill is the highest quality because it is, oh, and I read it and it's not on here, because basically they get it from, well, let's see. Bob's Red Mill baking soda is extracted by a simple water process using no chemicals. It offers a light texture and tender crumbs baking goods, blah, blah, blah. So it's using no chemicals, but where they get it from is more natural. I forget what it is. So you could, whatever. You can look it up and read it for yourself if that's important to you. But that was what I learned. So I bought this today because I didn't have any of the clean brands, and I did try it yesterday morning. I don't know. I think I'm actually having more swelling at the moment, unfortunately, because of the medication that they've recently given me. And so I have to have that medication at least for a month, since I am, not out of the woods with my atrial fibrillation. I need to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to make things the best. I've had their chia seeds. Oh, and flax seeds. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff. And then, so on this plan that I'm following for the nutrition, I can have chickpeas. And they were mentioning that you could have a chickpea tortilla. So I bought the chickpea flour so I can make the chickpea tortilla. And there's actually a recipe for just a flatbread. So I think I'm going to try that. It's basically just the chickpea flour, some salt and water and olive oil. And if you put some herbs, of course they're saying to put black pepper and garlic powder, but I'm allergic to that now, so that's not in my world. So I have to leave that out. I do have sleep apnea now, yes. Are my marks still there? When I went and had my hair done this morning, what time was it? It was like 11 o'clock. My marks were still there. My mask comes here and goes around like this, and then the straps go like this. This is really bad. So that is that. And then, I didn't know, this is an old standard. Actually, we used to live right down the street from Milton's. If you ever are in Del Mar, Milton's restaurant is fantastic. But these are the gluten-free. This is the sea salt. Is that what it's called? Yeah, crispy sea salt. I'll show you what they look like. Now, of course, I got a broken one, which I like a broken one. This is what they look like. And they're just, they're quickly light. But they have quite a few ingredients in them, and they're not really something that I would be eating right now, so I'm not going to bring them. If I bring anything that's like crunchy, I want it to be a vegetable or even a rice cake, because I am allowed to have rice. But see, I'm having this as my little. This is the first time I'm ever having something that's not on the plan in this week, so it's okay. But I bought these beet chips. Oh, let's see. Let me throw that. And I don't know if it helps if I put the item through. Bob's Red Mill. the baking soda. Did I do the capellini before? I don't know. Oh, and I don't know if I talked to you about that they have the little bow ties. So I saw the cutest thing for an appetizer. You make the bow tie, you cook up a thing of bow ties, those little bow tie pastas. You get a toothpick, you put the bow tie at the top, then you put an olive, then you put like a piece of, actually I think they had the olives that were stuffed with the pimento, so you had the green and the orange. Then you put a folded up piece of salami, so you fold it into four, so it's like kind of like a little, it's folded like this. So you have a piece of salami, and then they put a cube of either mozzarella or provolone at the bottom, and you put it through, and then because that little bottom thing is a square, it just stands, and it looks like this cute little, so cute. So anyway, I'm not eating salami because it has garlic and pepper and all the things in it, onion, celery, whatever. I'm not eating cheese. I'm not eating regular pasta. I'm not eating pimentos. So that would not work for me in that. I'd have to change it all up. I'd probably have to put a mozzarella ball with a piece of prosciutto and I don't know what the green could be. A piece of zucchini, I don't know. And the bow tie in the gluten-free bow tie. But since I'm not trying to do any of that, I'm just trying to have the, anything that's whole. I bought these. Can you hear them? So freeze-dried. I love anything freeze-dried because I love crunchy. Crunchy is my jam. And this is simply organic beets. Now the funny part of this is that this was, I'm not sure that they had this size. Oh yeah, so this is interesting. So this size in here on Amazon costs $6.40, which is, we pay an insane amount. Those of us who eat these freeze-dried things pay an insane amount of money. But a can of beets was $1.39. So I'm gonna, that air fryer that I have, that's an oven and a convection oven and all of that, it has a dehydrator. So I was like, wait, if I put them in there as and dehydrate them, and then maybe in the last few minutes, put them in the air fryer part, maybe they will come out crunchy. Not sure, but I'm gonna try it. But I decided, you know what, I'm not going to be cooking all weekend and figuring that out. So let me take this with me as a cracker, maybe to go with like that avocado that I told you that I had. And then I'm sure to be on my plan and I don't have to worry about setting off any problems. So that's why I bought it. And I don't know if I could do what you're doing. I wish I wasn't skinny. What does that mean? If you were skinny, you wouldn't be able, since you're skinny, you can't eat all the healthy things? Wait, you clarify that. Let me hear what you're saying. So the next thing is all the dried things. Now, depending on, one of the things that I'm up against is mast cell activation. And mast cell activation is where your body kind of like reacts to just about anything. And I think I'm having a little flare at the moment because, check it out, I have these little welts from, I'm not sure what it is. I think it was mosquito bites, but we'll see. And so itchy. But people will say that you shouldn't eat a fig. You shouldn't eat anything that's dried if you have mast cell. But I am it is on my plan, and I'm just going to have it until it's not a problem. Yes, mast cell activation, yes. That's one of the things I've been testing for along with my allergies. So this is what a fig looks like when it's dried. And it's, sweet. It has lots of let me just see if there's, I can break it. I'll break it open. See, it has all the seeds inside. And so for me, this is not necessarily the best thing in the world because it has all these little seeds. And one of the things that we did discover in one of my tests is that I do have diverticulitis, which means you shouldn't really have seedy type things. So it's not something that I'm having on a daily basis or every other day. It's maybe something that I'm going to incorporate, like if I have a shake or something where I can break it down further. And then some prunes. I'll show you what these look like. These, in my opinion, Sunsweet is the best prune in the world. I think that's what it looks like. And I think really like 3 prunes a day is actually, it gives you a lot of iron, or no, potassium. Potassium is what it has a lot of. The dates, I haven't opened these yet. Let's see. These give you potassium, fiber, and antioxidants. And people use this a lot for clean eating. They use this as the sweetener. Yeah, I mean, I don't have, I might have had like a flare up in, like right at the beginning of, August, but I'm not sure if that was really what it was. But I know my dad had a couple flare-ups, and my dad was a very, very, very thin man. My dad, his legs were not even like my dad's legs are not even as wide as my forearm. My dad was about 5'9", so he was not very tall. And he, I say that only because my brother is 6'4", so that doesn't make any sense. But, and the tallness is on my father's side of the family, so I guess he just didn't get the genes. But they had a lot of nephews that were tall, so my brother falls in the nephew category. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if my grandfather was tall. I'll have to ask about that. Anyway, oh, why was I saying that, Nate? Oh, my dad. So he weighed 150 pounds his whole life. Like maybe he weighed 145 in a year, and then maybe he weighed 155. I do remember he had to take some medication that had steroids in it, and he went up to 160, and that was like insanity. Yeah, clearly I did not inherit that gene. So my lipedema did not come from his side. For sure, definitely from my mother. So this is the prunes, or the dates. I showed you the prunes. And then, I'm not going to open these, but these are just organic dried mangoes, and that's it. That's all they have in them. It's just organic dried mangoes. And so, those are some of the things that I will incorporate into my day. But this is like the piece de resistance. This is so good. So, pitaya, or dragon fruit, is really helpful and getting rid of heavy metals in your body. And actually, I should be eating this every day. I'm trying to not eat the same thing every day. So it, for ultimate health, if we didn't eat the same, if we ate something different every 4 days, right? So every 4 days we should be eating something different from each other, and then we could repeat. I'm trying to do at least every other day at the moment. But now that I really think about it, the amount of like radiation I've had with all the testing is that I should probably be eating this every day to get rid of the heavy metals. Cilantro helps to get rid of the heavy metals as well. But this is like insanity. This is so good. I actually don't really like this when it's like you just would get a fresh one and cut it. I don't really like it. It's a little gooey for me. So the texture is not my favorite. But these are like insane. They actually were not listing this brand anymore. So I have a different brand listed here. Where it is. Oh, here it is. So good. Oh, and then I guess I didn't do the... Hold on. Oh, there they are. The prunes. The mango. And the other. Oh, I see. You'd like to have a different present. I got it. Yes. Yeah, they do. They have that. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty funny. I did it. I did it all. We went through everything. That is awesome. They are so delicious. These, I mean, good enough that I probably need another one. So awesome. Yes, then being skinny. But then somebody would say that they wouldn't like to, they wish they were skinny. So, everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side, right? I used to think you could never be too skinny or too rich. I don't agree with that anymore. I think everything has its advantages and disadvantages. So, I'm so excited. So I hope you felt that was helpful. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight into different things that you could have or use or do, with these little, even with the little dried fruits that I talked about. Like, one of the things I have done is like keep like a baggie of the dried mangoes in my car so that I have something available. Or these freeze dried things are great to have in your car. I sometimes have the apple chips also, that are a quick thing to take. For me, it's an odd experience not being able to rely on protein drinks or protein bars anymore. And really anything processed, like even just like to take a bag of, like the little gluten-free crackers. That's not in my wheelhouse at the moment. And so, I'm happy to be like expanding my ideas on what I can use or not. And, the chocolate that I talked about, of course, you could see my eyes, beaming at the thought. I do love chocolate. Not a lot of it, but I do. I am happy to have like, a square of chocolate a day. So I think I will make my choice on that, having that, this one. Oops, sorry. The peanut butter filled bar. I think that's going to be my choice for Christmas. One of the things I have done is I have had the date that I showed you. You just cut that in half and open it, and then I put the walnut, and then I put 2 chocolate chips on top of it and put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds. And that is like a whole thing. Like, so simple. Not getting a lot of chocolate, but just getting the taste of it. I'm finding that the thing about drinking water all day long and nothing else is that you're never getting a different taste in your mouth. And so sometimes that dark, like a piece of dark chocolate, anything to just change your taste in your mouth. So that's what's happening here with me. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them. Leave them for me. I'm not sure if you can leave. Can you leave, Nate? Can you leave any? Can you leave questions somewhere? Is there a chat component of a live on Amazon? I don't know. I mean, I know that it is while it's on, but I don't know if afterwards. I'm content with where I'm at, but I'm still working on myself. I think that we're all always a work in progress, right? Whether it's just our physical stature or our mind or a combination thereof. For me right now, my physical is under construction, and that's going to involve, getting my mind further under construction. It's going to get my physicality as far as it's going to involve nutrition, it's going to involve movement, it's going to involve sleep, and it's going to involve my mind. All those things have to come together to make up a whole. Those should be your 4 pillars that you focus on, and then you break down from there. Like, what areas are you going to work on? Because things are always changing. That's the only constant. And so long as you're always doing something to, reignite the flame in yourself, then you're, then you're golden. Because there's always something that you could improve, right? There's always something that you could change, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's excellent. I don't think so. If it is, I'll try to find the question chat box or whatnot. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, anyway, have a great night. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I really appreciate, obviously, as part of the Amazon Influencer Program, I do earn a tiny commission if anything that you purchase through my store is commissionable. Quite honestly, not everything is commissionable. You would be amazed at what isn't. But you can shop through my store for anything that you're looking for. And it doesn't have to be, you can use my store, and I would appreciate it if you would. If you used my store as your way to get into Amazon, so that then that doesn't cost you anything if you're not directing those dollars somewhere else. Then I would appreciate it if you could direct them to my store, because you can shop for anything through there. And then you could also look at all the things that I have listed, not just what I have attached to this particular thing. But although we did talk about everything gluten-free tonight, or all of the items are gluten-free, they're not just for people who are, living the gluten-free life. They're, a positive a positive asset for any um, dietary needs, quite frankly, and probably better than most of the things that are on most people's tables. So I hope you found it helpful, and I'll be back again. Not sure what my next thing is. I think maybe I have something to do with mopping, and I'm not sure what else. I think that's my next item. So, and then certainly after Christmas, I should show you all the Christmas haul that we've gotten, right? I think that'll be helpful. All right. Well, I'll see y'all again. Appreciate you being here. Bye for now. See ya. Oops. Oh my goodness.